Tools required to measure your intake air temperature sensor. You need your T-pins, safety glasses, scan tool, your voltometer, which measures temperature, and another voltometer, a heat gun, and your fender skirts. Okay. To locate the intake air temperature sensor ground and signal wire, you would probably want to go on all data and locate it there. After looking the sensor up on all data, go to the vehicle, locate the actual sensor and the signal wires and the ground wire.
Alright, when you're testing the intake air temperature sensor, the easiest way is to unhook the sensor and take two T-pins and bend them at 90 degrees, back probe them through the back of the sensor, like so. The reason you bend the T-pins 90 degrees is so that way they don't cross or touch, causing a short. When performing this test, you want to make sure that the sensor has a good power. You do this by taking your black lead of your voltmeter and hooking it to the negative terminal of the battery, and the red lead or the positive lead, and going directly to power on the sensor. That should read 5 volts DC. Alright, if you would like, you can switch your leads over to alligator clips for the next one. This is testing sensor ground. Put your voltmeter on volts DC, and then you just test across the meter, or you test across the sensor itself, and you should have 5 volts DC. For this next part of the test, you want to plug the sensor power and ground back into the actual sensor itself and read the voltage. It should be around 4 volts, but you also want to make sure to double check your reference chart to see what the voltage required at the temperature is.
Go.
Alright, looking at our chart, at 68 degrees Fahrenheit, we should be reading 4 volts out of our sensor. We're only reading 2.87, which means that we may have a problem with our sensor. When you're bench testing a sensor, you hook your red lead up to the positive, your black lead up to the negative. You want to set your ohm meter to ohms, and you're going to read in kilo ohms. Now as you heat the sensor, temperature goes up, resistance should go down. This illustrates that the sensor is properly working. And this video has now properly shown you how to test an intake air temperature sensor.
If women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.